profession because that's what I knew and that's what I loved. When I fired myself from the job at St. Mary's, I was thinking, maybe I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll work for an airline. I don't know. I like traveling. I wasn't quite sure. I was open to it. But actually, it's the one thing I still love. After all these years, I still love dance. And to try and pretend that I don't, or to find, I have not yet found anything that replaces that.
What happens with dancers a lot of times is dancers, at least in the business, are the last, they're the lowest on the chain, the lowest rung on the ladder. You got, you have directors and writers and actors and singers and choreographers, and then you have dancers. They're always looked kind of down upon. And they're always, we perceive ourselves to be, maybe we're not smart. And I think a lot of people look at dancers, well, they're not so smart. They can move well, but they're not so smart. But Claire found that maybe that's not true. They found that these dancers are some of the best students in the colleges because of the discipline that they go through.
I like dancers. Why do I like dancers? Maybe because they like the same thing I like. But I like dancers also because they have an incredible work ethic, and they're artists, and also that society often doesn't respect them. They've never been well respected by society. It's why I like dancers, because they need a champion, they need support.
I think it is an amazing program to think that I can actually get credit for my experience. That's fantastic. I have a lot of experience, and I have a lot more experience than most of the teachers that are teaching at these places. So it's made it possible for me to even dream about having a bachelor's, because when I got into performing, it was all about performing, and I always said, well, I can go back to school later, but I didn't really mean it.
One of the reasons I got into the LEAD program was because I was going to go teach at California School for the Deaf. They want me there, but I didn't have my degree. I have all this years of experience, but there's the policy that you have to have a degree. So I'm going for the BA to finish it. Hopefully I'll finish by February,
Yeah, I mean, in terms of transitioning, I started LEAP before I was injured, just because I adore school, and it just was sort of perfect timing that I graduated about a year after my injury. And I'm teaching right now a lot. I'm a gyrotonics instructor, and all that sort of happened after getting injured. But I still haven't kind of figured out what I want to be when I grow up. It's weird to retire in your 30s.
It is a very difficult transition. They say that dancers have two deaths, when you stop dancing and when you stop breathing. You do die, and it's very, I still am emotional about it. It's a part of you that you don't want to see die, but you have to let it die. You just can't push your body like that anymore. And if you can find a way to feel that you're contributing in the world some other way, maybe not as a dancer. Some of our LEAP students have worked in the medical field, and they love it because they feel they're contributing, they feel that their work is excellent. And I think that's one thing that makes dancers special, that they know the meaning of excellence from a very young age.
I feel so fortunate in that I had a really great long career, and I got what I wanted to out of it. By the time I finished it, I was done. I felt satisfied, fulfilled, sated. I had the dance career that I had wanted, and probably more than I imagined. And so on that level, I was very fortunate. And I know that there are a lot of dancers who maybe don't finish their career feeling fulfilled and satisfied. They wanted to get more, and I guess what I would say to them is, you did it, you danced, you did so much more than 99% of the population would, and enjoy that, but use that experience. You can make meaning from that experience and take that with you. And even though I don't dance anymore, in my heart I'm still a dancer. I'm still dancing through life in that sense. It's just not framed on a stage with an orchestra there. You know, this maybe sounds a bit corny, but you know, the students here at the orchestra, they're the ones who are doing all these really great things.
I think if someone was asking my advice on how to transition out of being a dancer into something else, I think that I would tell them that first, not to try something that is going to replace dance. I think that that's the pitfall that we all fall into. We think, okay, I'm going to leave dance and now I'm going to find something else that I feel just as passionate about and feel the exact same way about dance as, you know, that I'm going to find this new thing. And I think that that's impossible. I don't think that you're going to find the same passion in that kind of physical sense and artistic sense that maybe that you would be able to accomplish with dancing. So my advice to them would maybe be to think about emotionally what it is that you love about dancing, what it is that you're missing in life with dancing not there, and then maybe find something that could replace the most important aspect of dance that you're missing.
Never give up. Push yourself in the front. Ball. Make a mistake and learn from it. And if they say you can't do it, do it.